eventually these digitized assets are going to outdo what's happening right now. And so when is that going to happen? I don't know. It's steadily happening, consistently, regularly, daily. There are daily activities. So, for instance, what I mean by that, just take e-notes alone. E-notes are mortgages that are digitized. And there's a whole infrastructure that is just aligned to take care of that. And so that infrastructure goes on behind the scene that you don't even understand. I mean, I don't want to say you don't understand it. You just haven't been privy to how that works right now. But every person's mortgage is bundled up and packaged and sold to institutional investors in gigantic bundles. Those are what mortgage-backed securities are. Those are what collateral, asset-backed securities are. And that just means all debt is bundled and packaged. And these distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrencies, tokenization, this is making that whole process easier, faster, better, less hands in the pot, more profitable for two sides, that literally the investors and the issuers. So it cannot be stopped, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not possible to stop it. Now, the players may change. Somehow Bitcoin could get shut down. I don't know how that's going to happen, but it's a lot of haterism, I hear about Bitcoin. And, so, yeah, I don't see it going nowhere. There's a whole bunch of haterism about the US dollar. Do you see it going somewhere? And then let's piggyback off that. The U.S. dollar they're creating a digital coin as well. They don't have no choice. There is no choice but to do that because of these reasons I'm telling you. All assets are becoming digitized and fractionalized, and they will exist on blockchains somewhere. And so will the dollar. There's not much need for paper dollars nowadays, but as it's phased out, they didn't say they're gonna phase it out, but it's gonna get phased out at some point somehow. And then a little caveat right there. As soon as I seen that, the same with the stamps when they start making black stamps, I said, oh, they finna phase stamps out. Stamps kind of, you hardly get stamps nowadays. Same with the currencies. I say, oh, as soon as they say they're going to put Harriet Tubman on there, I said, oh, okay. We're going to stop using money pretty soon. That's what's up with that. That's why they halfway don't care. So anyway, that's just my little 2 cents on there. So these crypto assets are going to be held in custody by professional organizations that do it right now. And then we enter into some other problems. I'll mention that into another video. Is the volatility of these cryptocurrencies are not cool for institutional investors, and so and everybody holding cryptos in on this app, that app, this app, that app. Yeah, that's cool for now. I don't think that's how it's going to end up being in the long run. But custody is going to have to change in some sort of way. It's going to have to be a little more secure, a little more identifiable on who has what, somehow to avoid the what they call it, the theft, not the theft, but the bad actors. All the people doing bad things with cryptocurrencies, trying to do crime on the under. So custody is the ability to store the cryptographic keys on behalf of the client. That is going to have to be more, what's the word? I need more transparency. We're going to have to have some transparency there. Although, you think, well, I don't want the government knowing this and knowing that. I agree with you there, but, the blockchain needs to know what's what and who's what and just to keep a good record of everything. Remember, this is an immutable record. So in a way, I'm almost saying it's going to be impossible in the long run for you to even, just to for it not to be known that you got X number of coins or whatnot by the blockchain. Maybe that's still your private information, but it's going to be known. The capital markets of the future will digitize all sorts of assets, not just what we know now as a stock, bond, mutual fund, so on and that, so on. Are you already seeing NFTs? I'll talk more about NFTs in a minute. But all assets, all sorts of assets, I'll say, things that I currently can't even think about. But anything that can be digitized, then we can control it in the real world, in the digital world. So it's in the real world, but we digitize it to identify it in the digital world, and now we can, swap, do a lot of different things with it in terms of an economy. And so that is what I'm talking about when I say the digital asset ecosystem is what makes the blockchain, the cryptocurrencies, so important. And so I know it's a difficulty on what coin do I pick and all of this here. But you need to invest in sound investment. So understand what the coin is doing. If you think that's a important thing that will be vital to the future, and be a service that's needed and required, invest in it. But if it's just about, hey, I just want to invest in a coin that's cheap now and it's going to be expensive later, so I can sell it. Oh yeah, do that. Tell me how you did that. I want to know. All right, I'm out. Holla.